Hi, what's good, boys? Welcome to today's market recap. Today is February 3rd, 2026. I'll be going over today's price action along with a brief overview of yesterday's price action as well, which there wasn't really much to go over, but I'll go over the one or two trades that possibly presented themselves. However, didn't take a trade today. I'm actually really glad I didn't. I'm very happy with the way I played today. Honestly, there was this 2 minute right here that I was close to, but I was like, I'll sit out and I'll explain why in a second. However, coming into this morning, I was definitely leaning a lot more bullish than I was bearish. And the reason for that being was we had all this LR below us and we had LR above us, right? But yesterday we made this giant move up. Okay, so I was like, cool, maybe we just want to retrace somewhere into this general area right here, and then we can continue higher. So actually, my original thoughts coming into this morning was, if we come down and sweep out these hourly lows way the fuck up here, right? Way the fuck up here, possibly create an SMT off those and get a reaction, I don't mind longing towards all this LR right here. Okay, and then also on ES, we had 15-minute triple equal highs right here. 1, 2, 3, and then we had another set of equal highs right here. So that gave me more confirmation that, okay, in the when I was doing my analysis, I was like, okay, I do want to see longs coming this morning, but I do need to see some form of manipulation lower. We didn't end up getting a reaction off this 1 hour intermediate low, so I was like, okay, maybe we want to come towards this 1 hour. I don't think this was a 4 hour. There was a 4 hour right above it, so I was like, okay, cool. Maybe we can come into this pause and see reaction. Nope, didn't end up getting that. So at this point in time, I'm like, okay, we're just displacing through everything. We have another 4 hour down here with another 15-minute. I was like, let's try to get a continuation short. And as you can see, we don't end up getting anything, but we do leave this 5 minute and this 5 minute. So I'm like, okay, actually, I don't even think that's 5 minute. Nope. It's just a 5 minute above. Okay, so after this, we came down and hit the 4 hour. We had a 15-minute unfilled gap resting beneath us, and we actually did see some form of rejection. We ended up creating this 2 minute for value gap right here, and then what ends up happening? We end up inverting this 2 minute gap. Now, the reason I faded this is because I've took this setup so many fucking times, and it's failed literally 80% of the time. And it's not because it's a bad setup, it's just because we have no internal structure. Okay, and I go over this in my understanding inversions video, my conditions video, and my break-even video. I go over market structure a lot in my technical analysis videos. And when we make a violent move down like this, okay, and we just take the first inversion, we have no internal structure. Like, we have no valid break-even point. Like, where is your break-even point right here? Okay, where is it? Maybe this. There's not even a 3 minute gap. Okay, you have no valid break-even point, which means you have no internal highs that you can go break even at, or internal structure, right? So if this is the case and this trade ends up failing, okay, we're probably going to get a resweep, and with the resweep, now I'll be looking to be able to long off of an inversion right here. And what can I do now with that internal high that was created? I can either use it as a target, or I can use it as a break-even point and take partials there, one or the other. So that is the reason why this failed, because we had no internal structure, right? See how this goes and plays out. Scouser. I'm a scouser. And this was a big ass stop loss. Your stop loss would have been in a fucked up place, so it was like 50 points. Let's just go ahead and see how this plays out. Immediately fails, okay? Also had an unfilled 15-minute resting at our stop loss. Okay, now that we come down and hit the 15-minute, I was like, okay, I'm down to take longs now. We got the resweep, right? We have internal structure, boom, boom. I was like, okay, I'll wait for a, what was it, 2 minute? Was there a 3 minute here? It was a 3 minute. I was like, okay, I'll wait for this 3 minute to close, and then I'll go ahead and take longs. I really like this now. We had internal structure, especially on the 1 minute. I was like, cool, this wouldn't look too bad. The trade idea would look something like this. Okay, break even right here. But, as you can see, we don't end up getting anything, right? We just continue farther and farther down. I'm like, okay, that's fine too. I'm still going to try to look for a continuation short. What are we getting? Absolutely nothing. Well, what's our target lower? We have equal lows from yesterday on Monday. We have 5 minute equal lows and 15-minute equal lows, along with these relative equal lows down here as well. So I was like, okay, this is my target as well. I'm still looking for shorts, but I'm not opposed to longs either once we hit that general area. So we open up a 15-minute gap or a 5 minute gap. We also have a 15-minute gap that opened up right here. This 5 minute all the way up there is irrelevant now. I doubt price is going to retrace, right? We continue farther and farther down. We end up creating this 15-minute. What ends up happening? Okay, we're kind of edging it. Don't get a retrace into it, and we end up hitting it. Now, once we hit it, I was like, okay, now I'm down to take longs. Why am I down to take longs now? Because look at all this LR. Boom, we have a whole bunch of LR. We have an unfilled 15-minute gap. I believe there was a, which is the same spot as a 5 minute. I think another unfilled 15-minute came. So I was like, cool, I'm down to take longs now. Awesome. We got a clear accumulation zone, LR being generated, manipulation lower. We ended up coming down, hitting the 15-minute gap. I wanted to see this 2-minute close. Okay. This was a trade I was about to literally put the entire house on because it would have played out. I guarantee it would have played out. However, we didn't end up getting the inversion. What ends up happening? We end up edging the inversion, kind of chopping around a little bit. Okay, still chopping, and then all of a sudden we just break the gap and yeah, we continue higher. Okay, and now we're in present day and not doing absolutely anything. So the long I wanted to see did not end up even getting formed, and this long would have looked so much better than the previous one just because we had internal structure. I'm not really looking to take anything else. Gold looks like shit today as well. I've been monitoring gold, but if you come to the fucking 5-minute chart, it looks like absolute dog shit. We're just moving sideways on gold, so staying away from gold as well. Let's go over yesterday real quick for you guys. I know you guys want Friday as well. I'll do a Friday video, but I'll just post it in the Discord. I won't post that to YouTube. But yeah, let's go over Friday. Okay, what ends up happening? Boom, immediately, 5-minute fucking giant candle. What do? We inverse this 5-minute gap right here. Awesome. So I was like, okay, we can either wait for a little pullback or just enter off this 5-minute. I was like, I don't really feel like having a fucking 100-point stop loss. So I was like, okay, I'll just wait for a pullback, whatever the case may be. We had a whole bunch of highs up here, right? We had all this trend line right here, all this trend line. So I was like, cool, I'll go ahead and target this. And then we also had more highs over here. So I was like, I'm just going to wait for a pullback, whatever the case may be. What ends up happening? We're just continuing higher and higher and higher. Finally, we get a pullback. Now, super fucking premium. But when we're this fucking bullish, I'm actually going to start taking these now. And it's not breaking my rules, but I've just noticed it over and over and over again. When we're this fucking bullish, okay, these play out a lot of the time. Look, and we still have a whole bunch of LR above. These were my main targets up here. This high, this high. Awesome. But at this point in time, if I'm taking this pullback, all I need to see is just a 1-to-1, 1 to 1.5. Okay, what do we end up getting? IFEG right here. Nope, not yet. Oh, was this a 10 a.m.? Yeah, this was a 10 a.m. fucking data news candle. So we had data highs, data lows. I really was going to take this if we swept out these data lows and even got a resweep and then got an inversion. I was going to smack the shit out of this. However, didn't end up taking out the data lows. And again, we were super fucking premium. I would have smacked this. Didn't. It's my fault. Whatever. Should have, especially on my evals. But I mean, it is what it is. Break even at the data highs. And then you just aim for a 1-to-1. Stops right here. Either stops at the lows or stops at data lows, which honestly isn't my favorite stop loss, but I mean, it is what it is. Aim for a 1-to-1, go break even at the data highs, and let's see how this ends up playing out. Bam. And about 3 minutes, that would end up playing out. So that was really the only fucking setup I seen yesterday, unless if you took this 5-minute version right off market open. And yeah, we ended up edging those highs for fucking ever. And I don't know if we ended up taking them out. Yeah, there we go. We ended up taking them out right there. So that was yesterday's price action. Not the greatest. I think we did get a pullback into the 15-minute. I'm not really seeing anything coming out of it. Somewhere right here. Yeah, yesterday just looked like shit. So probably best to stay out the fucking market. However, that is that. I'll go over Friday. I'll drop that in the Discord today in the trade recap tab. But yeah, that'll be all for today. I'll catch y'all boys tomorrow. If you guys are on a losing streak or aren't taking trades, it's completely okay. January was hard for me as well, so it is what it is, right? It's all part of the game. We're in it for the long run. If you do this full time, just try to take a step back and look at it like, okay, God put me in this position. I don't have to go to an actual job. I can do this full time, right? Let me just follow my rules. And yeah, I had a tough January, right? I wasn't really following my rules to the fullest extent that I should have been doing. And it kind of cost me some wins. And yeah, so I'm going to fix that, be more patient. And yeah, that's all it really boils down to, is just being more patient. So keep your head up. It is what it is. The markets are tough right now. We will adapt. I know this price action, it looks like a new algorithm. Very well could be. If it is, then we're going to adapt to it. What else can we do? We're going to have to adapt to it. So it is what it is. Everything is down below. Link for the Discord is down below. Link for the 40% off on Lucid Trades is down below. Let's get this video to 10 minutes. We got 13 seconds left. 10 seconds left. 9. But yeah, links for everything are down below. Social media is down below. All that good stuff. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.